start recording as well. Yeah. Turn my music on, that way I can vibe. Okie dokie. I don't know if anyone's watching on Twitch. Let me double check. Am I live? I am live. Okay, cool. That's lovely. Okay, so no one's watching, but I am doing the recording. So let's just quickly go through these lists here. We have some cool lists from both sides. We've got my home team, Headhunters, on the left-hand side. We have NERV flying droids, CIS separatists. He has got DBS 404. So he is, I think it's at range 1. You have to take a crit and roll an extra die and take a crit afterwards. Pretty cool. Just a bomber with plasma torpedoes and energy shell charges, so multiple munitions. Next we have 066, which I don't actually see much. Yeah, 066 in the scimitar. So he's got expert handling, so he's got a white barrel roll. He's got heavy laser cannon, which is an interesting upgrade at initiative 3 on a large base ship. He's got probe droids, so he can chuck them out and then he can jam off of them. He can use them to jam and lock off of, I believe, something like that. And then he's also got the scimitar title, so we'll start the game cloaked. And holy dooly, I don't know if you can see, but they're making the field very tight right now. Yeah, 066, interesting choice, but I think it's cool. He is a 5-point. Is he a 5-point ship? How many points is he? An interesting question. He is a 5-point ship. Okay, that's not too bad. Next we have DIS 347, little tri-fighter. If anyone's locked at the start of the engagement phase, he can just acquire a lock off of them for free. He's got debris gambit. I think that allows him to use his linked action from barrel roll to red evade and make that red evade white, I believe, which is pretty cool. Next, we have the main thing in the list, which is Wat Tambor. So Wat Tambor, while you perform a primary attack, you may reroll 1 attack die for each calculating friendly ship at range 1 of the defender, including himself, because he gets Kraken, that gives him a calculate action. He's got Solus 1 to give him an extra 2 hull, which is beautiful. I'm pretty sure he can reroll a defense die if he isn't looking at them, which is a pretty cool ship. Initiative 3. Lots of low initiatives. Next, we have DBS 32C. I'm pretty sure this guy here is, custom. Fire control system, munitions fail safe. I don't know if he's missing an upgrade there. Nope. I don't know why you check munitions fail safe on that, but okay. His abilities at the start of the engagement phase. Let me read this. I got to look. You may spend a calculate token to perform a coordinate action. You cannot coordinate ships that do not have the network calculation ability. Okay, cool. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Kraken's going to help him with that coordinate 100%. And then last on the list, we have DFS 311. This guy here is he 3 points or 2 points? Excellent question. We should look at that. He is 2 points still. So he's just got energy shell charges. He's the one that passes off the calculate. So start of engagement phase, you can pass calculate to anyone at range 0 to 3. Just for free. Nice. Easy upgrade. So really cool separatist list. On the Scum side, I love Scum, and this is going to be cool. We have the new SL Fenrau. Does this card show up? It does show up. Wow. SL Fenrau, he has a whole upgrade. He has the same ability as before to roll an extra dice. He still has Concordia. He gets Fearless. He gets a new ability, Power Adaptive Stabilizers. I don't have it up because I'm doing this off by heart. But basically, when he does a red maneuver or a red action, he can take a deplete to remove his stress, which makes his dial open up a lot more. It's a really cool upgrade. Yeah. Very cool. I like this Fenrir. I really like this Fenrir, and it's going to be really cool seeing him pop a droid every single turn. And then, of course, this Fenrir has What's it called? Beskar reinforced plating, just make him a little bit more survivable. Next on the list we have Cavill. Cavill is while you perform a non-forward arc attack, you can roll an additional attack die, and of course with that he's got a dorsal turret, which is going to be always 3 die, 4 die at range 1. And then he's got a Procket, which is going to be a 6 die gun because this is a bullseye shot, not a forward arc shot. And then last of all, R4 Astromech, just to have a little bit of help with his dial. And then Inabottle's also got Ketsu Onyu. At the start of the engagement phase, you may choose a ship in your forward arc at range 0 to 1. Both your forward arc and your rotating arc, they're always going to be the same way. That ship gains a tractor token. She's got Fearless, get up close, free hit, basically. She's got Contraband Cybernetics, Shadowcaster title. After she hits someone, she can give him a tractor. And Mandalorian Optics and Kira. So Kira is, if you lock an obstacle, you can ignore that obstacle. So if you look at the setup, Ketsu can run straight onto, lock this debris cloud, run straight onto it, and just ignore it. Then she can lock the next debris cloud using Mando Optics in the assistance phase and jump onto that. Really cool. Next we have SL Mando. I'm running out of time to talk about these cards, but SL Mando gets a bunch of stuff. Slamming, he's got the child, but with no merciless pursuit. He's got the same stat bar as normal. He's got restored speedster, so if he slams, he can shoot ships in his bullseye while weapons disabled. He's also got calibrated laser targeting, so if your enemy ship is in your bullseye, you can add a focus result to your attack roll. I think and outmaneuver as well, so he's just going to be wanting to get around people. And then last on the list, that was last on the list. Yay, we're done. Now we can actually look at the game and see what's happening. So, that's a good angle to be at. We have got Mando in the top right corner going for a flank. Ketsu lined up with the debris cloud so she can jump on it with her Kira. You got Cavill sitting at the center with his dorsal forward. He's just going to be using that as a primary attack at range 2. Oh, we got a friendly bump, and Wat Tambor has lost a shield. That's not good. Where's Wat Tambor? Poor Wat. That's not a good start at all. Oh well. Yeah. So DFS 311 over here has done a 1 hard towards the center. 32 Sears turned towards the left. 347 turned towards the left. DBS 404 bumped and also took a damage. Wow, that's 2 damage before the game's even started, and I didn't even start the timer. Wow, that's not very good. That is not what you want when you're looking at Fenrir, who can potentially one-shot that droid bomber. And then 066 is launched down the field. There's Mando with the 5 straight focus. I guess he's a little bit apprehensive about slamming because of this DIS 347, which is really fast. Which is definitely a good call. And let's do their timer. They have got 72 minutes and 40 seconds, so we can just say 73. That's good enough. Actually, no, let's make it right. But yeah, so this looks really interesting. I think what I'm most looking forward to in this game is, no offense to NERV, who's my teammate, but I'm looking at seeing how Inabottle plays his Scum SLs. Obviously, everyone who's watching this probably knows that I'm a Scum main, and I love Scum, and I'm always going to play Scum because it's my favorite. But looking at yes, you are correct, Bender. Salvage was vetoed, and they rolled and got chance. So pretty good for Scum, honestly. It's actually good for both. I mean, like, it's good for both of them because if Scum wants to get good points off of Separatists, they kind of have to kill these droids. They can't just half point the 3-point droids and get 1 each. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I'm liking these lists. I've got the chat up now, so I can actually see what you guys are saying because I actually didn't have it up before because I forgot. Yeah. So NERV's in a little bit of a weird position with both of his cards, unless DBS 404 is planning on just jumping on that rock, which 404 does have the struts, so can do. Oh my days, that is really cool paint job on the Y-wing, and a really cool paint job on Mando. That's hurting my eyes, but that is pretty cool though. That is very cool. Oh, here we go. They're both doing all the lists. Wow, look at these pretty designs. Look at this, the Headhunters logo. Wow. Yes, he hasn't done that one yet. That is pretty cool. I like that. Wow, such good designs. Just taking a quick break to add them all in. Yeah, cool. So, 066. I mean, the decloak one forward on a the decloak on a large base, I believe, is just a one forward. So could do the one forward into a two hard, which I believe they have on their dials. 404 could be just doing the four straight to just clip that debris cloud. Three straight or a four straight? Three straight should let you land on it just with that right corner, maybe. 311 could also be trying to aim for that debris cloud. What's handball is probably just going to one bank. And I wouldn't be surprised if 32C even does a turnaround, like a K-turn maneuver, and keeps drawing them towards the board. Like, it's not a bad idea to charge down Mando and not give him outmaneuver, but Mando's in his prime in this scenario. Like, against CIS low initiatives, Mando is where he wants to be, 100%. And I think NERV has initiative here. Does that show up on the overlay? Oh, it does too. Cool. So yeah, the decloak barrel roll to the left, I think. Yep. Ketsu's taking a lock on that rock. I think that's a waste of your Mando optics because you could have locked that last turn. But okay. Maybe he forgot. Who knows? There's 32C moving towards the center. There's 32 311 move towards the center. 32C jumps on a rock, gets some decent obstruction, takes a second calc from Kraken. I think Mando's done a three straight here to give him access to the slams. I think Ketsu's just done a one straight to play slow. Caval's probably done a two straight. Fen, if I'm playing Fen here, I would be two banking and probably barrel rolling towards the left, depending on what the lineup looks like with that debris cloud. Wow, look at that flying. NERV's done pretty well there. Oh, that is pretty good. That is very close. And there's Watts Handball boosting behind 066. Very nice. And there's 404 with the three straight landing on that rock, grabbing the calc. Kraken will just let him keep it. And next turn, he's going to try and range for a plasma. If Cavill gives him the range, though, that's the only problem. Actually, no, sorry. 32C can coordinate at the start of the engagement phase. So that is very good. And there's Akira, just block the obstacle, sit on it. I like that strategy, but I'm pretty sure the rules. Oh, is that a too hard towards the left? Ah, oh, Mando's come towards the middle of the board. Interesting. I mean, not bad. I might have. And then a three right from Fen doesn't want them to come into that. Okay. Well, that's nice for Fen. Three hard left there looks good. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful bomber. Wow. That's amazing. How's this look with the board? It's good enough. Yeah. Um, Start of the engagement phase. Are they checking stuff? Yep. So it looks like he coordinated the target lock. I gotta say, I don't like Fen's positioning here. I think Fen should have gone the other way. I understand why, but like he's launched too far up the board. That is. Oh wait, have I got the? Oh, I've got the stupid. Sorry, that's not an energy, so I got the stupid thingy-majiggies wrong. 404 is yellow, and then other one's red. My bad, guys. I always forget these stupid. What's it called? They annoy me. Yeah, no energy cell. That was 32C, who's red. Sorry, guys. That would have been really strong. But that is a hit crit going into Fen? What? Wow, okay. And no Beskar because he's not looking at them. Wow. This is why I don't like chucking Fen in that spot, eh? Blinded Pilot on Fen Rao is so bad. That is horrible for Fen. Yeah, wow, okay. That's pretty stupid. Um, Rip Fen. um, wow. Oh, sorry, I just realized my color, my hand's on. Supposed to be spectator. Turns my hand off so it's not distracting them. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, cool. So no energy cell, but what's it called? 347 doing mad work there on Fen, dealing a hit crit straight out the bat. And I mean, like, if you turn left, it would have been a lot worse. That is correct. But I would have liked to see because that was a 3 bank from all the way over here. That was a boost and then a 3 bank. So I would have liked to see the 2 bank and a barrel roll left and then just race up that side of the board to just try and get behind them. Control plus F1. Oh, yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know any of the triggers. But yeah, this is interesting. Ben tried to get away and took a bunch of damage. And whose lock is that? That is 404's lock. Well, Separatists are already at a massive advantage of that shot. Ben has to decide whether he wants to run away and repair that blinded pilot or if he wants to turn in. I have to be completely honest. I think the runaway is the best play, but the rest of your ships are in a weird spot. Like maybe Ketsu one straights and bumps into Fen so she can stay at that range. Try and pick off someone like the 347 who's not who's gonna be launching forward, and the other two aren't leaving the rock because why would you leave the rock there? Oh, Mando optics, so she's probably doing the 4 straight to jump. But that's both Mando optics charges gone for Ketsu. Wow, okay. I think that's a waste, honestly. I wonder if they're debating about Mando optics at all. Ooh, that is a friendly bump on the nub. What did he do? A 1 hard. Wow, okay. Jeez, that's a third friendly bump damage. Wow. That's not good for NERV. That's kind of awkward, honestly. And then you also don't have an action to take another calc, so you can throw it away to someone. Yeah, that's not good for NERV. That really sucks, honestly. Got the 1 bank from 066. And a barrel roll. Yeah, cool. I like that. I mean, Cavill's probably banked, and if Cavill's gone too fast, there's no way he can line up that procket. That's really smart, honestly. Because if you hadn't barrel rolled, the 1 bank might have lined a procket up for Cavill. And the 2 with the barrel roll, or I don't know whether that barrel roll was the right play. You might still be in Cavill's procket if he banks. Maybe, actually, maybe not. And 32C's leaving the rock. Oh, lovely. I don't know about that. I like the idea of sitting there and staying still because you could be rotating. Oh, maybe it's because he wants 3-1-1 to jump on that rock next turn. Cool. Interesting. You can't tell. I don't fly a lot of separatists at least separatists that stay on rocks. So that focus, calc, evade, double calc, single calc. And there's Cavill with the bullseye on 404 at range 2. It looks like so that's going to be a juicy procket. There is Ketsu with the 5 straight. Probably going to chuck that tractor straight onto 32C. Give him some juicy damage. There's Mando with the 2 bank fitting in perfectly behind Ketsu. Wow, okay. Yeah, so once this guy gets barrel rolled, he's going to be in Mando's bullseye. That works really well for Mando. Get that calibrated laser targeting. And with that positioning, I'm 100% betting Fenn's doing a 5 straight and repair. Oh, a barrel roll, really? Oh, you did the 3 hard? Nah, man. You've got a blinded pilot on Fenn. I mean, you're not punished, but then why did you barrel roll Mando then? Did you barrel Mando to try and make sure Fenn lands that? But now I don't know. I mean, you could still give 32C the what's it called? You still give 32C the tractor, pull them towards Fenn, and then blast them with Ketsu and Fenn, and then Mando has the bullseye on 347, so it could take that shot. But 347 is also evading. Mm. Why are you giving that guy a lock? 311 has an energy shell. Okay, yeah, an energy shell on Fenn, that's not bad. And then at the start of the engagement phase, 347 can also grab that. And that is 404's lock as well. Yeah, Fenn has 3 HP because he has the hull upgrade. Because it's SL Fenn, the best Fenn. Oh, he missed the tractor. He missed the tractor. Oh my days. Yeah, so that is a massive whiff from Inabottle right there. That is a massive whiff from Inabottle. Yes, new Fenn has 5 HP. The standard loadout Fenn has 5 HP. He is extremely busted. But they missed the trigger on Ketsu, which is absolutely horrible because that would have been minus defense die on 404. Like, wow. On 32C, sorry. 32C is red. Does get a crit through, which is a fuel leak. Fuel leak, there we go. Did he forget Fearless as well? Oh my gosh, man. That's... Well, okay, so he still hit, so he did place the tractor on 32C. So not the worst. Ooh, no bullseye. Didn't move him and didn't give bullseye. Yeah, I probably would have barrel rolled 32C there just to guarantee it. But yeah, you're right. Range 1 bullseye is an option, but you've got an evade token and they're checking outmaneuver, which is active, which is great. And they're also checking arc. So Mando has his ability active and he's got outmaneuver on that droid. Correct, he did have outmaneuver. Is he shooting yellow? He has to. Tri fighter is outmaneuvered. That's a must trigger. It's an automatic, right? Yeah. Just in case they're about to miss it. You never know. But yeah, Mando whiffs there. Mando did a barrel roll action. So this is the problem with new Mando. SL Mando is 4 points, but he has only one linked action, which is a slam into red target lock. So if you need a reposition with a barrel roll, you can't have any other mod other than your force, which means your calibrated laser targeting, like it's pretty weak. So you either take a focus or you slam into red lock, but you need a bullseye to shoot that afterwards. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to fly him. I've done it a couple of times, and it's just really awkward. Here's our 6-die procket from Cavill, and holy crap, he smacked him. Lovely. That's into 404. Oh, did you seriously just do that? I think you spend the calc there, man. I mean, you have an energy shell, but you're taking a bunch. No, that was Cavill's. So that is a hit crit. So 1, 2, hit crit. And the next one's a crit. Yeah. Correct? Yes. Just pull it. Yeah. Panicked pilot. So that is 4 with a panic, not a direct, a panicked. Okay, cool. They've got it. They're figuring it out. 404 is down to 1 hull and has a panicked pilot. And then Cavill has used his procket. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, new Mando is really fun to fly. 100% he's amazing to fly. But um the damage output you have, like your resources are very finite. So you know, you can't spend all your force, especially if you're arc dodging like you should be doing if you're playing Mando. It's very hard to manage. But I think it's balanced really well for that though. That's 2 hits, so Cavill's taking 2 hits. Nice. 2 shields. Yeah, but the problem with Mando flanking is you can't, if you use your force mods, you're never gonna get it back unless they turn on you, which is a little bit of a problem. That is a damaged engine onto Cavill. My dog wants to get out, so I have to quickly help her with that. This is 32C shooting on the Cavill, another hit. And do you risk the range 3 on Fen here, or the range 1 on Cavill? Yeah, you're right. Mando isn't bad, and he is pretty good. No damage on Cavill. Yeah, Mando's good. I think for me personally, it's just gonna take a while to learn how to play him properly. Because he is different. Ooh, big shot. No focus, I don't think. And no, what's it called? He doesn't have any network calcs here. 2 more on Cavill. And then here's the banger shot, an unobstructed energy shell from 311 with a target lock and a calculate. Trying to murder Fen. Let's see. There we go. 3 hits. Ben needs to roll paint. Ben has no focus. There's no crits. Is that a May? The effect, the crit effect is you can't activate it. It's a May. So 1 hit going in on Fen here. So 2 hull left on Fen. Still has the blinded. Cool. And that's 3-1. I haven't been doing points apparently. Is that right? One scenario, one objective point. Sorry. Did they score objective point last turn? That's right. Turn 2 it starts. Yeah, one more each. I forgot about that as well. I forgot this is an objective game. There we go. 3 to 7 should be right. Total 4. How's it 4? 404 has been halved. And that's it. Is that right? Destroyed 5, so 7. You've destroyed 2, 4. How have you destroyed 2? 404 is a 3-point ship, right? What am I missing here? Nothing else has been halved on his side, has it? No? What have I missed here? What have I added that's made this a mistake? What have I missed here? Why is this showing that he's destroyed 2 points? We got 4 damage on 404, not dead yet. 1 hit off 32C and 1 hit off 303. I don't know why it's saying he's destroyed 2. Can I manually change that? Nope. Okay, we'll just do that. 7 to 3 looks right, I believe. Yeah, DBS is only 3 points. Maybe the overlays. Yeah, maybe the overlays just being silly. Who knows? But yeah, DBS 404 is 3 points. So he's gotten 1 for half points, and then 2 scenario points. Whereas old mate on this side has got 2 for half of Cavill, 3 for half of Fen, and 2 scenario points. I think he's best as a distraction or playing him like Grievous, always wants to be outside of people and running away and making them chase. I do agree with what you're saying about Mando and Sniper. I 100% agree. And I also think that the barrel action there wasn't the right play. I think he was most concerned about Fen bumping, but Fen should never have turned in there, I don't think. I think taking that 1 round to recuperate and repair a blinded pilot and then going in to chase down the back line would have been, like, common flanking would have been good. Yeah. Yeah. But for this next turn coming, I think 3-1-1 is just gonna, 2 straight onto that obstacle. They kind of have to make sure they land on it. Then Ketsu might just be doing the 2 hard left, which should not hit a rock unless he gets bumped. No, there's no way it should hit the rock. You still have your lock on this debris cloud underneath you, so you're never going to land on that. You're never going to be affected by that. Mando's in a tricky spot here with that debris cloud. 1 hard. Does Ketsu have a 1 hard? How do I always forget? How do I always forget what I've played these ships so much. Yeah. Mando 1 hard should be good here. That might have been what she meant. But yeah, Mando 1 hard would be great there. I think even the 2 hard would land, but then you're in a tricky spot because 066 is coming in there. 066 actually got 1 sloop to the right, correct? 1 hard from Rock Droid. Yeah, you're right there. I was thinking more of chasing Fen, who's probably just going to be running away now. I would potentially be trying to do the 2 straight with 3-1-1. That way, if Fen does end up overflying you, you can try and rotate to catch him coming around. Or even if you somehow get a bump on Fen, because I think your 2 straight would land your back line just at the edge of that rock, so you're over it. You're right. Naboo's don't have a 1 hard, which is stupid. Naboo should have a 1 hard. Man, this is crazy. It's weird. I need to start memorizing these dials properly. But Cavill here, maybe you 3 bank to the left of Cavill and rotate your arc. I think either way, it's tricky. Yeah, that's really nicely lined up by him. That barrel roll is really cool. I like how he did that. Nerve played that really well. Oh, what? You did the 5 straight. Took a hit and potentially kill yourself? Wow. Okay. Um, why? I have to say why. You risk potentially killing one of your ships for that. Hmm. Maybe 66 isn't doing the sloop now. I don't mind that play. I don't mind that 5k. That's cool. Yeah, that's a weird maneuver. I don't know why 311 jumped over the rock like that. There's a 2 straight from 32C. 32C has, I think he's got 4 hull left and he's got a fuel leak. So what do you do here? Do you grab a calc so you can coordinate? Yep, beautiful. There's a 3 bank, so it's an only enemy bump, and that lines you up so well with that gap. Holy. I'm liking that. That's really cool. That's really nice, actually. There's a 2 straight from what Tambor. Potentially, if you block Cavill into that gap there, you can have some nice rerolls for what. Ooh, too hard. 404 might kill himself here. Um, yeah. Okay. Another bump. Okay. He just doesn't need a hit or a crit. Okay, he survives. Wow. Taking so many risks there. Holy dooly. That's crazy. Yep. Cavill did the 3 bank to the left, enemy bump. You definitely stress focus there and try and take out 404 before you die. Mando's too hard to the left. Um, Mando's too hard to the left. Would have overlapped an obstacle. No, he's bumped there. He doesn't move. Does that count as going over the rock though? Because he didn't move through it. I don't know. I've got no idea about that. Is anyone like watching this that could tell me? Does he suffer the effects of that rock because he would have overlapped it, but he bumped there? Do you guys know? I actually don't know. That's interesting though. Um, I've got. I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't know. Where's the rule channel? Uh, where's judge? Help, please. Um, I I bumped. Uh, I I would have flown over a debris. However, uh, enemy bumped before moving through it. Do I suffer the effect? And that too hard from Ketsu lands really well. Fen lands in there as well. Wow. And potentially only getting punished by 347. You have to take a focus here, Fen. You have to take the focus. You cannot risk dying. overlaps the debris, but didn't got bumped beforehand. That's an interesting question. Rules, am I right? Hopefully someone can help me with that. But yeah, I don't know, because it does matter here, because Mando got a focus. So I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna say it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like he's remembering his start of engagement phase with Ketsu, which is great. We got a rules question. We just have someone answering. Come on, give me an answer before these guys get to obstacle. Only care about how far you made, so no, don't suffer the effects. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Answered. Jeez, Ketsu rolled crazy on that shot. Holy dooly. Wow. And then Watt's taking a shield and a crit, which is a... What even is that? Weapons failure. That's not good. That is horrible. Poor Watt. W for weapons failure. And then tracked as Watt as well. Wow. That nice. Cool. Cavill. Ice. Ooh. Going for the range 1 on Watt Tambor, apparently. What they roll for? I don't know what they rolled for. Cool. Cavill looks like he's eyeing up a shot. That is, in fact, range 1 on Wat Tambo. Just. And Wat Tambo got attracted by Ketsu's attack. This could be big for Cavill. Hit crit, maybe not. Still going to be a crit going through. Or both of them. What we get? Structural damage. Wow, okay. That's a lot of stuff coming in on old mate. 2 hole left with a structural damage. Is he debating shooting him now? You got to take out 404, surely. That looks like it's range 1 onto 404. Mando spends his last force. Or not, because he's got a structural damage and you don't need to spend it. So he's just debated that. But 404 is definitely dead here. At initiative 5. Which is nice. Nice. Yep. Cool. Very nice. That's the other 2 points. Plus half of what Tambor. Apparently my stream's not working properly. I don't know. This is what Tambor going for the range 1 shot with the weapons failure onto Cavill. Big money. I think he's got rerolls. What Tamble doesn't specify blanks. One attack die for each. Could have rerolled both, right? Oh, range 1. Okay, so no, I could have only rerolled 1. And then Cavill takes them both and dies. Suck it, Cavill. You're off the board. Bye, Cavill. Cavill did some work though. I mean, he almost killed Watt. He did some massive damage with his 6-die procket. Now we have the range 1 onto Mando. Now Mando is in a tricky spot here. He doesn't have his ability active. Sadly, 404's 066 only rolling 2. So Mando takes a. Can you do that? Yes, you can. You've got 347. Yep. Don't spend your force, bro. What are you doing? Why would you spend? Okay. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess I get it. Yep. He's got a hit. 347's got a shot as well. If I'm 347, I'm potentially looking at Fen here though. Range 3. You've got a lock. No range. Never mind. So yeah, Mando's your best call. Actually, I don't know if Mando's your best call because he's just going to run away. Mando's really good at just escaping and getting out of there. So 3v2. This droid has nothing. Do you have networked calculations? Yes, you do. You can steal that calc. Beautiful. Thank you, 066. And that's the ability from Mando plus the focus for 2 evades. Mando takes a shield, gets a force back. Beautiful. That's pretty good, honestly. That's best case scenario for Mando there. Yep. I just had to shut my door. Cool. And just counting up points. It looks like they did get points for the round this turn. Is that right? 10-9? How is this at 9? What is my overlay doing? I swear. You've destroyed 7 points, so you've gotten 3 for DBS. You've gotten 2 for Tamble, so you're at 5. And you've gotten 1, so you're on 6, not 7. Is that correct? So that's the third round of objective. He should be on 9, right? Um, Blue, you get half points for Vulture? Question mark. +1. Yeah, so that is correct. He should be on. Yeah, beautiful. Because that one, if you did not see, he ran over. He's sitting here and did the 5 straight over the rock and almost killed himself. Because he was already had 1 hull down, which was a very interesting decision. But yeah. Cool. This is nice. So Mando's still in an iffy position. He did not move last turn, so we already know that the 2 bank is going to overlap that cloud. So I think you still. That's the problem though. You never know. Ketsu can't do. Ketsu might even contraband 5k here. Honestly, that's not a bad call. Even the 3 hard left isn't bad, but like you got to assume this guy's going to take that spot to try and block that. Fen's just probably going to be 2 harding that I would actually no, I'd be 2 harding that way and making sure that it's hard for these 3 ships here to chase you, these 4 ships to chase you. Only 347 can chase you. Ketsu, I like this contraband 5k. The 3 hard's also not bad because you can choose not to stress focus, and then if you landed at that right angle, you could 5k next turn. Mando's going to be just running over that cloud, probably just a 2 bank and trying not to die. What turnarounds does old mate 066 have? Where's the thingamajiggy? Let's look. He's got a 5k on the infiltrator. Cool. So infiltrator is definitely 5k'ing here. It looks like blue player's first player. I don't think there's any overlaps, so that's okay. You got the 1 hard onto the rock, take a calc so you can start giving them away. That tractor's gone. Surely they'll see it. I might have to just take it off. There's your 5k from 066. Takes a stress. Who's next? Maybe what Tambor with his weapons for structural damage. Yep, they got rid of the tractor. Thank you. Oh, mate, here still's got a calc from the thingamajiggy, so he's going to be doing the Talon roll. 2 Talon roll on those guys. 32C's taking a fuel leak, so it's not the worst situation. Mando probably isn't going to have a shot on you from that position there. That's the 2 straight from that little vulture. He'll probably just take a calc as well, try and survive. Because you've got a good lineup there, honestly. There's the 1 hard from What Tambor trying to block Mando on that cloud. Nice. Maybe Mando's 3 bank goes over it. But I would have suspected that he does the 2 bank there. It looks like he's repaired his weapons failure, which is a smart idea. Let's get that off of him. Okay, let's see what order Red wants to do this. 2 bank from Mando first, which is on the debris and is an enemy bump. I believe you can trigger the actually no, you can't because you landed on it. That's a crit. So he takes a shield, so that's shields down on Mando. Pretty strong. Mando's in a bad spot. And there's your 2 hard from Ketsu. A 2 hard, not a 3 hard? Man, why didn't you do the... Jeez, man. Why would you not 3 hard there? That makes so much more sense because it's blue and you don't double stress yourself. Because it looks like he popped the contra and did that. That's interesting. I don't like that. I would have liked to see the 3 hard. And then we got Fen, who's just running away with 1 HP. You know what Fen should have done last turn? He should have used his adaptive power stabilizers to get rid of that stress for a deplete, and then next turn he 3 hards and boosts around and gets the flank on that little 3-1-1. That would have been a really cool decision. Sorry, he can't stress focus, so apparently, because it might be with the timing of it. I honestly have no idea, guys. I normally don't contraband and friendly bump, so sorry, contraband and bump. Oh my gosh, no way. No way. That's a hit, correct? Ben chucks himself on 1 HP and lands on a debris cloud? What? I'm sorry, that was so obvious not to do that. That's interesting. Like I'm not trying to be like rude. Like obviously like you make mistakes because you're trying to make Fen go back into the game but not be back in the game sort of thing. But like that's a massive mistake. Now he's debating the start of engagement phase Ketsu trigger to give a tractor out. Yeah, Fen hasn't been having a good game. In case you guys weren't watching at the start, he went up the board and got like a long shot. He didn't take a focus, and then he got range 3 shotted by the Tri-Fighter and took a hit crit, giving him blinded pilot turn 2. And none of his ships shot that round, so not the best. Tri-Fighter's being tracted, so Ketsu's going to try and nuke this thing. That's the only shot that Scum has this turn. That's not looking good. That's really not looking good, the only shot. You might as well go in on the Tri-Fighter and try and kill it. You're removing mods off of it for trying to help Mando survive, so you do it. I don't think. Oh, he's debating the. Oh, really? Don't do that. Why? What is the point? You're putting him out of. You're potentially putting him out of range one of you. Like you're not giving yourself fearless. You're not doing anything if you move him. Yes, cool. That is good. But yeah, range one. 4 dice with fearless. Please remember fearless. Please remember fearless. Man, this guy's forgetting fearless the whole time with Ketsu. That's not good. He would have killed the droid if he remembered fearless. Ah, oh, man. He's looking at his upgrades now. There we go. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I mean, he should have remembered it when he did the attack. And I mean, changing it after the attack. Okay, he's going to let him re-roll it for that. Okay, cool. So, okay. That's, yeah. Why would, yeah, okay. Like, I understand what they did there. Ketsu forgot fearless. Old mate rolled his defense die. And then suddenly, after the attack landed, old mate remembered fearless. So they would have said, okay, if you let me change it to fearless, you can reroll your dice. Man, come on. Like, to be fair, it was a mistrigger. If they ask me, I'm gonna say it was a mistrigger. I mean, actually, nothing had changed. I don't know what to say about that. Nothing had changed. So, realistically, it's like I think something like this happened with the what's it called? Okay, they're rewinding it back and just saying he forgot because it's more damage. So, 2 damage on Tri-Fighter, half points. So this is range 3 on defend, double modded because of the lock earlier. That is a dead fen. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Fen's dead. Woo! That took a while. To be fair, like that too hard was massive. How many points did you just take? Yeah, he took the right amount of points. Cool. Cool. That's a range 2 obstructed onto old mate. No mods, so just 1. There's 1 on Mando. He's fine. Last shot, 32C, range 2 at Mando. Mando's ability is active and he has 1 force, so potentially just gets out of this. You've got a calc if you want. I mean, what Tamble's still alive? I wouldn't spend it. Beautiful. Smart. I wouldn't spend it there. I don't think there was a point. Nothing there. I wonder, just personally, probe droids, what do they do? Lux or jams? Jams, or only jams. Okay. Because he's got these probe droids, he just hasn't used them. I mean, you don't really need them, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a wasted upgrade. Anyway, 1 more point each. So it should be 14 to 11. Correct? Just got to quickly remind them. This is the beauty of having someone watch a game. They can pick up on little things like forgetting the scenario point, little things like that, helping with a rule question if needed. Yeah. But okay, so just going over last turn, that too hard from Fen was horrible. Like, if you were going to too hard, you too hard that way, never that way. Like, if you're going to go this way, you two bank because you want to keep space from these really fast tri-fighter that can just run down the board. I like where 3-1-1 is right here. He can just rotate to his right hand side, so down towards the bottom of the board, and calculate and just pass it off. 066 just one straights and tries shooting at Ketsu. What Tambor needs to get the hell out of here. Ketsu potentially does the 3 hard left, gets rid of her stress. The next time she can 5k. DFS 347. I honestly would be doing a 2 hard into Ketsu, taking a stress calc, just to see if we can catch Mando. Mando could be doing a 3 bank this way into a slam because that spot's going to be should be free, unless 32C 3 banks and not. Actually, I think that's a red maneuver on that guy. But Mando just needs to slam and reposition to a better spot. Um, I think. I think. I don't think Mando's a cleanup ship. I don't think he's the best ship to have in your list in the end phase, in the end of the game, trying to clean up. So, might not be the best in this situation. Just because he's only got 2 attack die, maybe 3 if you have bullseye, or 4 if you have range 1 bullseye. But he's also worried about Mando dying here, which would be my biggest concern. That's 4 points. Ketsu has not been touched, so there's no point. There's no real point worrying about Ketsu right now. We see the hard rotate and we take a lock. Ooh, lock on Mando. Nice. Definitely has that. We already know. So that lock will trigger 347's free lock. So potentially is going for the bump onto Ketsu, like I was saying. We got the 3 sloop to the right by Wat Tambor. Cool. Still in the fight. There's your 2 straight bump. So you're hoping Mando's going to the right. I don't know if you stress calc because you're going to have 2 calcs from 32C. He's going to be doing probably a bump with a stress calculate. Maybe you just leave your dial open as that tri-fighter. Never mind, 3 straight. Okay. Trying to block Mando. Definitely take another calculate. And then you have the 2 straight from 066. Who's going to calculate? Cool. Mando did the 3 straight. Oh, man, no. No. Oh, Mando's dead. Potentially. Most likely. And that's the 2 hard. Yeah, see, I would have the 3 hard, sorry. I would have liked to see the 3 hard first and then 3 bank into that spot that Ketsu was in. Mando needed to run here and get into a better position to shoot. Now he's just trapped at range of a bunch of ships with a double modded DIS 347 looking at him at range 1. Which is basically all you need is 1 good roll on that guy and 1 bad roll on Mando here. Mando also only has 1 force and a focus. Yeah, cool. Let's see this. Uketsu obviously just takes the range 0, sorry, onto 066 because you might as well. Oh, sorry, he's passing the calc. I don't know. I'd be giving it to what? Actually, no. He's passing that calculate to 347, so that way it gives Wat Tambor a reroll. Because he doesn't get rerolls from 32C being at range 0 of Mando. Pretty smart. I like it. Mando takes his range 0 with 2 die. Cannot add the focus result because obviously it's a modification. Ooh, pardon me. How am I still tired? I just had a 3rd coffee. You can't modify, correct? This is range 0. There's 1. Cool. There's 2. That's not really gonna matter. Old mate has so much HP left. Takes 2 shields. He's spending his calc to perform an action, and he's target locking at range 0. After you defend, you can spend 1 calculator so I can perform an action. Why? Why would you do that? Why not just keep your calc? Because can't people just steal it off of you? Yeah, you could have left the calc and then old mate has the shot. That's what Tamble's 2 1 hit into an eye and a blank reroll using old mate. That's Mando using his ability to change a blank to a focus and then spending his force for 2. Here's the big shot, double modded old mate. He has a lock. You just risk it with, I reckon you just spend. See, you would have had 3 calculates up your sleeve if you had 066. So yeah, leave 1 calculate and reroll 2. Beautiful. Spend your own calc, and that's a lot. And Mando dies. Uses his ability, uses his focus, still takes 3 hits. So that's a dead Mando. And that is going to be game here. Yeah. Because then it's 1 point for scenario, and there's no way Ketsu rolls this, pulls us in. Hit crit. 1 evade. Ketsu takes a shield. Yeah. And I mean, like, that's 1 more point each. They might call it here because it's. I mean, you can tell what's going to happen. It's going to be 1 more round. Ketsu's not going to have a shot. Actually, Ketsu could actually 3 bank. I think a 2 bank is white or blue. Pull up this dial. A 2 bank is white. So, I mean, if you 3 bank in, you can try and see if you can get a shot on 311 to try and kill him. He launches a probe droid. Okay, nice probe droid. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Ketsu can try and 3 bank in, maybe get a shot on this guy. If not, then it's just going to be another round of scoring. I mean, there isn't, unless Ketsu gets bumped there isn't a chance of NERV to score to kill Ketsu. Like, there is a chance, but I doubt it. We'll see though. Yeah, I think I'm just playing it out because I don't know if points matter in this league. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but drop the dice. Cool. Yeah, this has been a good game. It's Mando definitely showed Mando's weakness of getting trapped. You can't let Mando get trapped. You need to be slamming away. And because Mando got stuck there, that's his only chance of surviving that round. This is off center. It's annoying me. All right, let's see. Probe droid's gonna reposition. Cool. 3 on 1. Does he rotate? Oh, nope, sorry. They skipped 3 on 1 apparently. He's gonna. Does he have a jam action? He has a red jam action. He jams Ketsu. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so points do matter. Cool. Thanks, Bender. So 32C jams Ketsu. They forgot this guy who's doing the rotate and calculate. That jam got rid of the lock, so Ketsu could have maybe done the 3 hard onto that debris cloud, so that would be hilarious if she did, because that just means no shots. That's the 1 Talon roll from 347. Just gonna sit there. What's 066 doing? No, not 066 yet, apparently, because they're both initiative 3. Beautiful. That's just the 2 straight. Grab a focus or calculate. Okay, cool. Yeah, calculate, because this guy can take the calculate and he gets calculate from Kraken. Really smart. 066 just bumps, trying to do a sloop. Ketsu should just bump here unless she did the 3 bank. 3 hard onto the debris cloud. Oh, yes. We love that jam. That jam was amazing by old mate NERV. That was so cool. That was so smart. Ketsu just does nothing now. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be that's just that's game. They both just get 1 points. Final score is going to be uh actually maybe half point Ketsu. You'd need a lot though, right? Because you need to hit 4 damage off this range 1 shot, so I doubt it. I mean, you do not have a lock, but you're gonna get tracted off of that anyway, so you're not getting what you want. You still got a shot. Yeah, there's no way he can get half points on Ketsu here, with only 2 dice. So yeah. Yeah, cool. I already added the scenario points for this turn, didn't I? 20 to 13, yeah. Shield and a crit. Just a console fire. Cool. 20 to 13. And that's game. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. That was definitely an interesting game. Separatists did start off very tricky here, because NERV did a damage to DBS 404, a damage to 311, and then also a damage to what Tambor from. He did 3 damage from friendly bumps, and then he almost killed DFS 311 by launching over a rock. He almost killed 404 by doing a friendly bump. Like, there was, I think, 5 bumps in total there, which was a little bit tricky. Let's have a look at the dice score, though. I'm pretty sure it was pretty even. Um, uh, Inabottle rolled negative 3.37 on evades. I don't know how the math there works. He was only negative 3 on eyes. Everything else, I'm positive 5 on blanks, but that doesn't make sense. So negative on his greens. His red dice were also negative. Actually, they were average of 0.2. NERV's red dice were positive at 1.9. So he had 3 extra hits and 4 extra eyes than expected, but 1 less crit. Green dice, he rolled 21. He got positive 1 evade, average eyes, average blanks, so perfectly average, basically. But yeah, that was a good game. They did well. Interesting. Yeah, it was good. Thanks guys for watching. Yeah, that was very fun. I might as well close it off here. But definitely like these new cards. I just think the problem is he didn't play the new cards properly. Fen got into the fight at range 3 instead of hanging back and then launching into that range 1 spot where he works the best. So that's definitely not cool. And getting a hit and a blinded turn 2 when none of your ships are shooting is horrible. Mando didn't do too bad. He got some good damage off, but he got stuck behind that rock and then got stuck behind the debris, forced onto the debris, and then didn't slam to get out of there. Didn't do the right maneuver to get out of there. Ketsu did really well. Ketsu, I think, did the best in that game. Handing out the tractors was good. She had a good run through the field. Only mistake I saw is that turn 1, she decided to use Mando optics on this rock instead of just taking the lock preemptively last turn with Kira. So she could have avoided it and saved herself a Mando optics charge. I'm not sure. The way that could have played into effect is that she could have done the lock turn 1, jumped on it, Mando optics under that one, Mando optics to do the 5k behind there, and then 3-hearted into that gap, which would have been cool. But I mean, maybe they forgot about their lock. Also, Ketsu forgot Fearless like 4 times that game, which is like Scum's best upgrade in my opinion. So I don't know. That's really disappointing that they forgot it that much. And then Cavill did really good. Almost killed Wat Tambor. Got 4 hits off onto 404 with their 6 dice procket. So Cavill played really well. But in all, I think this Scumless functions good together. All the initiative 5s and 1 initiative 6 is really strong. I've played something similar, but I had, instead of Cavill, I had Cad Bane SL, and instead of Ketsu, I had Han Solo SL, which is really strong. So I think that would have been, that could be something cool to look at next time. But I like this combo of Ben Ketsu, and Benrail survivability with the SL form is just really good. Looking at Nerves list, 404 didn't get a plasma or an energy shell off, which was kind of unfortunate. He got targeted from the start, and that friendly bump turn 1 really screwed up his hull. So I think he would have survived on 1 HP if he didn't friendly bump, uh, and maybe soaked up another shot. 066 did okay. I mean, 066 didn't get a heavy laser cannon. The probe droids weren't useful till the end of the game, which I think is really smart how he played it. Chucking out the probe droid and then getting 32C to jam off of it, which is really cool. 066 did a couple of damage, not the best, not the worst, for 5 points. I mean, maybe worth 5 points. I'm not sure. I don't think it did 5 points should have been doing in this list. But definitely was a tank out there that could have been good, and also would have helped if they rolled assault or something like that. The DIS 347 was definitely the carry for the game, getting that nice shot on Fen, and then ending up killing Mando with the range 1 double modded shot. That ability to just grab locks. If you don't focus and kill this guy, he's a nuisance on the field, especially when you have someone like DBS 404 who likes taking locks, or you have 32C who's coordinating and giving out locks, like really strong. Wat Tambor did really well, stayed alive for a long time considering got targeted down on that 1 turn. Kraken worked extremely well for the team. Solus 1 was a reason it survived so long, so very good. And the offensive output with all these calculating ships nearby is really strong to have on your side. And the way he flew it, he didn't bump Wat Tambor once. Actually, sorry, except for turn 1. He got into some good spots around the board. Keeping that center spot, making sure he constantly had range from Wat to DFS 311, 32C, letting them keep their stuff with Kraken, which was really cool. 32C, we saw 1 coordinate, and it kind of wasn't in the best spot, but it did give 311 the lock to have a double modded energy shells. Fortunately, 311 did 311 did roll natty, so didn't even need to use it, but would have been good anyway. Fire control system munitions failsafe. I mean, I don't know why when you would be locking, you're mainly a calculate carry so you can do the coordinate. And munitions failsafe is just to have it next you can. And then 311 did a lot of work as well. Passing off those calcs was really strong, especially with Kraken letting you keep 1 of them every single turn. It helps you be able to shoot energy shell. It helps you support your friendlies, including Wat Tambor, who does have calculate on their action bar from Kraken. So everyone on the list could receive a calculate and could use it. So definitely a strong list. And I gotta say, I looked at this and I thought, oh, I mean, there's definitely downsides. Like Fen could target down 404, and Fen with Ketsu could 100% initiative kill most of these ships. But Fen didn't do work this game. Fen did 0 damage and ran away the whole game. And that is 6 points of your list. That's 6 point of Inabottle's list that he did not deal damage with, which is a little bit disappointing. But it happens. It is technically a new card, and Fen is still very hard to fly. He is not invulnerable. You need to know how to fly your Fang fighters, how to range control, all the normal jazz. So, yeah. in all, I like both lists. They both flew. I think they both had their mistakes. They both had some good moments. But definitely the CIS 6 ship list is very overpowering. Sometimes, so it was good. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. That was a really good game. Thanks for watching, guys. Really interesting to see how both of these lists flew. Anyway, catch you next time, guys.